Welcome to Relaxed Reddit Readings. Today we have 4 Reddit stories for you. Reddit stories that will make you question your relationships. Story 1. My ex wants me to pay his bills after our breakup. So my ex-boyfriend just asked me to pay for his groceries and gas money, and we've been broken up for 2 months. I'm not even kidding. We dated for 8 years, and I'm 26, he's 25. We broke up, I moved out 2 months ago, and this past week he comes to me asking for $300 for what he calls his practical needs. Gas, groceries, work expenses, the whole thing. I told him absolutely not. I don't live with him anymore, we're not together, why would I pay for his stuff? But here's where it gets really wild. He tells me that 2 months isn't enough time for him to process the breakup, stabilize his emotions, stabilize his finances, stabilize the house, all of that. He says I should be helping him transition because of our history together. 8 years, right? He's acting like I owe him some kind of financial support just because we used to date. The guy is basically saying that because we had a long relationship, I should be his personal ATM while he figures his life out. He's guilting me about our shared history, like that somehow makes me responsible for his bills now that we're not even together. I'm trying to move on with my life, and he's over there acting like I'm his ex-wife who owes him alimony or something. The whole thing is just bizarre to me. Like, when you break up with someone, that's it, right? You're not financially responsible for them anymore. But he's making me feel like I'm being heartless for not wanting to subsidize his lifestyle. Am I really supposed to keep paying for someone who's not even in my life anymore just because we used to be together? If you're enjoying these stories, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which story you relate to the most. Story 2. My wife keeps riding public transit without paying. So my wife just got fined €135 for riding the streetcar without a ticket, and she expected me to help her talk her way out of it. Here's the thing though. She does this all the time. We live in a city where public transit works on an honor system. You're supposed to buy tickets, but there's no turnstiles or anything. Controllers just patrol randomly, and if they catch you without a ticket, the fine is massive. Most people, including me, just buy annual passes because they're reasonable and you don't have to worry about it. But my wife? She never buys tickets. She walks to work every day, so she figured why pay for something she barely uses. Except when she does use it, she just hops on without paying. I've told her so many times this would happen. She'd always say she's only going a few stops, or she's in a hurry, or whatever excuse she had that day. So yesterday, she's coming home from somewhere and boom, controllers get on. They ask for tickets, she doesn't have one, and they write her up. She calls me all panicked, asking me to come help her explain to these guys that she usually walks everywhere and this was just a one-time mistake. I told her no. I wasn't going to lie to transit officials to help her get out of a fine for something she does regularly. She's furious with me now, saying I'm not supporting her and that as her husband I should have her back. But here's my thing, if I help her lie her way out of this, she's just going to keep doing it until she gets caught again. Maybe paying this fine will actually teach her that actions have consequences. She's calling me unsupportive and saying I'm choosing the transit authority over my own wife. Am I wrong for refusing to help her lie her way out of a fine she absolutely deserves? Story 3. My family wants me to take care of a relative I can't handle. So my family is pressuring me to take in my dad's aunt who has serious mental health issues, and I'm only in my mid-20s. This woman is in her 50s and she cannot safely live alone anymore. She needs constant supervision and struggles with basic self-care sometimes. It's a really difficult situation because nobody else in the family is able or willing to take care of her full-time. But somehow, the pressure is falling on me and a few other younger relatives. Some family members are straight up calling me selfish for not stepping up. They're saying that family takes care of family, and since I'm young and don't have kids yet, I should be the one to sacrifice my living situation for her. But here's the reality they're not acknowledging. I'm barely established in my own life. I'm in my 20s, I'm still figuring out my career, my living situation, everything. Taking in someone who needs full-time care isn't just about having an extra bedroom. It's about completely restructuring your entire life around another person's needs. We're talking about someone who might need help with bathing, eating, making sure they don't hurt themselves. That's not something you just casually take on because you're the youngest family member available. Plus, I have zero experience with mental health care. What if something happens to her while she's in my care? What if I miss warning signs or don't know how to handle a crisis? The family is making it sound like I'm heartless for not immediately volunteering, but I think I'd be doing both of us a disservice by taking on something I'm not equipped to handle. They keep saying she's family and that should be enough, but shouldn't her safety and proper care matter more than just keeping it in the family? Is it really selfish to admit you're not qualified to care for someone with serious mental health needs? Story 4. I won't let my nephew play my PS5 alone after what happened. So I hosted a family dinner at my apartment last weekend, and now my sister is mad at me because I wouldn't let my 11-year-old nephew play my PlayStation 5 by himself. Here's the thing though, this kid has a track record with electronics that would make anyone nervous. He's cracked his tablet screen twice, spilled juice on my mom's laptop and completely ruined the keyboard, and once threw a Switch controller when he lost a game. It bounced off the couch and hit the floor. My sister always just says he's a kid and kids make mistakes, but at some point, pattern recognition has to kick in, right? So when he asked if he could play my PS5 during dinner, I said sure, but I'd sit with him. He immediately got upset and said he wanted to play alone, that he's not a baby. My sister backed him up, saying I was being overprotective and that he'd be fine. But I stood my ground. I told them he could play with supervision or not at all. The kid started getting really worked up, saying I don't trust him and that everyone treats him like he's little. My sister got involved and said I was embarrassing him in front of the family, and that my PS5 isn't more important than my nephew's feelings. She said if I can't trust family with my stuff, then maybe I shouldn't have people over. But here's my perspective, this console cost me $500. It's not just about the money, it's about the fact that if something happens to it, I can't just easily replace it. These things are still hard to find, and I saved up for months to buy it. I love my nephew, I really do, but love doesn't magically make someone more careful with expensive electronics. My sister thinks I'm prioritizing stuff over family relationships, but I think I'm just being realistic about past behavior. The rest of the family is kind of split on it. Some think I was being reasonable, others think I should have just let him play and dealt with whatever happened. Was I really being unfair by wanting to supervise an 11-year-old with my expensive gaming console? If you enjoyed these stories, drop a comment telling me which one was your favorite. And if you want more relaxed Reddit readings, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these stories, like, comment and subscribe for more relaxed Reddit readings.